camera open. Duh. Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Archmage Tart, back at it again. Playing the full game of Loop Hero. Just a little bit. Playing the full game of Loop Hero. This is actually my second stream of the full game. I did jump into it earlier today. I'm also missing my hat. I forgot about my hat. I forgot about my hat. I was so excited to get into it. Alright. Got the hat going on. I knew I was missing something. Jump into the buildings here. I went ahead and built some stuff. Make sure I'd get the resources and stuff to have everything built. We're just gonna be able to pick up everything, I think. But we're gonna go ahead and build the bridge. It looks like there's a couple places I can build it. I'm not real sure if it matters. Some of the building placements earlier did matter. We're gonna put a bridge here in the middle, I guess. I've always liked bridges, but I only remember that now. Yeah, me too. A river with a bridge is a good sign of civilization. I guess there is a place for them in my expeditions. Here's a positive thought for you. The need to build constructions just to traverse some space means that our world is not as empty as it used to be. I see it as a good sign. Alright, there's our bridge. Unlocks the ability to prolong the river under a road during an expedition. Can only be built on horizontal and vertical tiles. Okay. We're also going to build the alchemist tent. A couple different places we could build it, right? Let's build it here. Do you know that hydrogen is the most simple and common element in the universe? And do you know that not knowing this fact doesn't make you a bad person? Don't be afraid to learn, my friend. That's what I mean. Not knowing something is not a crime. The crime is not trying to learn anything. And look what you can achieve with science. Alchemical transformation of matter, creating one from another. Something you don't have from something you do have. It's brilliant. So now you know where to go if you need a good old alchemical transformation, or a nice cup of tea and an interesting conversation, of course. So we've got our alchemist tent. That gives us the ability to do alchemy. I'm not sure what is going on here. Available hydrogen. I have no available hydrogen, it looks like. Transmute resource into hydrogen. Yeah, I don't think so. We could decompose one book, right? See what do I have the most of? Food? Let's decompose some food. I got 25 hydrogen from decomposing one food, and it looks like I could make one food with 50 hydrogen? I guess? What if I decompose this? Now I have 50 hydrogen. Could I synthesize a food? Yes. Okay, so it's like a resource bartering system, I guess? I'm not sure. We'll have to mess around with some alchemy a little bit more later on. That's definitely not going to be my main focus here, and I really don't feel like I have a good idea what's going on. Build. We're also going to build a lumberjack. And that will be everything built. Let's put it here. So this is how things are. Earlier we managed to stabilize a small part of a forest. Now it's almost a real part of our world. You can enter it and return safely without fear of disappearing from reality. You can even chop some wood there. but not all at once. Consider it our mutual triumph. The keeper of the forest is not very talkative, but he knows what he's doing. While you're away, he'll supply us with wood, and he's also a decent craftsman if need be. Okay. But that is everything in Loop Hero built. I saved the bridge and the alchemist tent for tonight, but I did do two. It was really one long stream, but I broke it up into two sections earlier today. But this is everything. So now we just have our supply, which I'm going to put my furniture up there and my jewelry. Right click, unequip item and place it in your inventory. (13 of 22). Alright. And I think I can also see my active effects, yeah. Okay, well, that's what we're gonna do. Let's go into our cards. We picked up the 0 milestone. Evenly changes monster strength depending on their position on the road. Weakens the ones closest to the Meridian and strengthens the ones that are farthest away. Doesn't affect bosses. That's a weird card to use, right? Let's actually go into the encyclopedia. I'm still missing one road tile. There's some roadside stuff I haven't seen. One landscape I haven't seen. And I haven't played with 2 of the golden cards. But other than that, it does look like I've seen most of this stuff. Let's jump into it. Let's go ahead and get started, right? So we're gonna get the arsenal down. I've been playing with it. I really enjoy this card. Haven't figured out it interacting with anything yet, but we'll see what happens. Summon quality. We'll take that. That's our first ring anyways. Save this oblivion. So our river, let's do this side for now. And then we'll bring it up here and come this way with it. I forgot that I had left meadows in, but I do think meadows are going to be quite useful for us. We'll do our suburb thing over here. This is a nice big open area, though it may have made more sense to do it there. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll take a little bit of skeleton level. We'll get our river going. At this point, I have, for the most part, seen and played with pretty much all of this stuff, I feel like, except for, I haven't really put anything new in, I feel like. So if you have any questions about new cards or what's doing what, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. I'm going to put that meadow there. I have found Chapter 2 or Act 2, I forget how it's officially named, is significantly harder than the first act, Act 1. The abilities that the monsters have make a significant difference. Some of them are particularly run-ending or deadly in their own right. think we'll hold off on putting any more cards out for now. I will say one of my main goals this run is to this one defense ring. That's just garbage, right? Is to get a Bookery completely exhausted. I tried to do that and failed a couple runs earlier. So I'd like to at least do that this run and see if the interaction I think will be there is there. Let's get my thickets going. So I want to save my I think I want to save my river area for the most part for thickets. I feel like the attack speed is particularly good for the Necromancer. And so I want to try and max that to the extent that I can with my land tiles, I believe. So to that end, I'm going to try and... I think the best use of the river is to put as many bends in the river as you can fit. So I'll be trying to do that. And then I think for the Necromancer, the best use of it is to increase the attack speed. So that's what I'm going to aim for. I think I'll hang off on the Vampire Mansion for now. I think it is going to be particularly difficult to kill the Watcher with the Necromancer. It's kind of obnoxious that he put the shield on him. Hopefully, oh, I took a hit there. I was saying maybe I can get out of this fight without really taking too many hits. I'd like to have just a little bit of regen. Max skeleton I feel like is nice. We'll take that over skeleton level. And we should be sitting sort of okay, I feel like, for just a little bit. I would like to see a few more suburbs. Maybe I'll go ahead and start dumping these forests. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I would like to go ahead and get some A village question marks down. Which I know sounds weird, but if you haven't seen it yet, we'll see it in a second. Similar to how the mountains and rocks work, where for every 10 mountains and rocks you place, a goblin camp spawns. There is also an interaction between thickets and forests, where for every 10 of those you place a village question mark spawns. Let's see, I'm going to keep it that way, so let's do that. So I think I need 2 more forests and village, or forests and thickets, and we'll be able to see the, I don't know what you want to call it, the wood village. It's probably better than a village question mark. I don't know what that dice roll was there. He rolled a 6. I didn't see that, but I don't know what that was or did or... Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the dice roll. It says the bridge will let me carry the river under the road, but I'm not exactly sure what it means by that, right? I mean, it looks like I would be able to run it under the road, but to what end? Picked up our first trait. Art of Control. Haven't seen that before, but we're taking that for sure. I didn't see him roll a dice that time. Okay, we got our first bookery. We'll slam it down right here so we go ahead and hit it in the loop all 3 times. We'll put a battlefield down. I really haven't got anything to start spawning. I'm sort of wondering if I actually took Spider Cocoon out, which may not be, or may not end up being the best decision. I would really like to get we'll hold off on the Storm Temple. Okay, so there's a village, question mark. We have a regular village, we're gonna put that down. Suburbs. Temporal beacon, I think we'll do that here. What's going on, Dawi? Just saw you. If the loop would get in the river's way, you can run it under the bridge and continue the river inside the path, or just past the loop. Yeah, that's cool. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't feel like it's that useful, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure there's a reason for it. Have you already picked up the game, Dawi? I'm sort of interested in how many people picked up the game today. I don't want to run my river kind of close. Those guys are great for this character, I feel like. I need to upgrade some of my rings. Or that's my +1 skeleton ring, but that one can get upgraded for sure. Yeah, I've been pretty psyched to play it. Maybe some combos with the roadside tiles. Yeah, it could do that. I actually haven't seen the village at work at all, or the bridge at work at all, so I don't know what it could combo with. Although, looking at the in-game encyclopedia, I don't understand why he's rolling those dice. Looking at the end-game encyclopedia, it doesn't look like there's too many more interactions left to see, actually. Which, I don't know, we'll see. That may not be the case. I do kind of want to run the river at the road just to see what it looks like when you build a bridge. But yeah, I've been pretty excited for this game. I've been streaming the demo for not quite a month, I feel like. I'm not sure how long it's been out, but I've basically been streaming it since it's been out. found that it's deceptively easy for the Necromancer to get in over his head. I feel like that's been my experience so far. There's been times where I feel like I'm doing quite well, and then I look away and look back, and suddenly the Necromancer's not doing well at all. Yeah, I was watching the countdown on the release today. Like every 15 or 20 minutes I would check back to see if it had released yet. That guy I do feel like much easier to kill on the Necromancer than he is on the Warrior. For obvious reasons, I guess. 18% skeleton quality. Yeah, I do really wish I knew the difference between skeleton quality and skeleton level. But I haven't really put any effort into learning it, so. I do feel like I'm taking a lot longer to beat the second act than I am the first. I do feel like the first act I was doing in about, towards the end probably, 20-25 minutes. I sort of got it down to almost a reliable method. Not the boss man's coming my way. Yeah, we'll take the edge of impossible. Yeah, don't let the boss man catch you. It is kind of cool how the immobilization doesn't really affect the Necromancer that much either, because you can still summon skeletons while immobilized. Shipwreck? How did I spawn it? How did I spawn this shipwreck? Trade ships often fall prey to fishermen. Spawns a siren once per loop. Spawns a chest once per loop. No mimics. Enemies on adjacent tiles may become ghosts. Alright, we'll have to see if I can replicate this shipwreck. I don't think it's from putting a blood or a battlefield next to this spider cocoon, right? I think it's from putting it next to a thicket, or maybe near a river. I'm not sure, but that is definitely a new interaction. I have not seen a shipwreck anywhere. I also don't understand 33% chance to receive only 1 damage from an attack. 33% chance to receive 150%. So that's what that is. That's where the dice roll is coming in. It is weird how, to me, how heavily defense counts for itemization on the Necromancer. Because I feel like most of the time if I see any sort of defense on him, it's just like 1 or 2 defense. And I feel like it's just, it costs the Necromancer out the nose to get any sort of defense. Which is interesting. These guys are really annoying. They have a 5% chance per attack to destroy one of your items, and it can be one of the items you have equipped. I had him destroy my amulet at one point, and it was quite brutal. Those thieves, you want to take care of them pretty quickly. I think we're going to take that. Getting max skeleton bonus, I feel like it's pretty good. That's been my experience with it so far as well. I want to try and sneak river and stuff. We'll just get a couple meadows in some different places. Did end up killing the Watcher that time. It looked like. That will exhaust our bookery into an abandoned bookery, adds tomes to battles and adjacent tiles. Looks like we also spawned our Siren over here. That's going to be a new enemy and a new encounter for us. Never seen this shipwreck before, so we'll see what's going on there. I do feel like I'm pacing a little bit better, doing not nearly as much putting myself in bad situations as I was earlier. And I think I was expecting the gameplay to be I guess I was expecting the gameplay to be quite similar to Act 1 or Chapter 1 or whatever. And I feel like that's just not the case. Here's our Siren. Living, has a soul, has a good bit of HP. Looks like it attacks relatively hard compared to Humidity Lover. Gets the slimy positive effect, plus 20% evade if there are liquid enemies in the battle. So I need to kill those blood clots first. Did he get resurrected? Yeah, I just went down like super quick here to this thing. It is just... It was just putting the damage out. Man. Alright. So we're going to go down pretty quickly to that shipwreck. Let's see if we can find that out here. Shipwreck. Trade ships will have to fall ferry through the fisherman's expansion marches. Picked up the abandoned bookery, so there's only one more roadside card for us to see. We did see the burned forest. So it looks like we've got an interaction with the river. That's probably the bridge, right? I cannot believe how brutal that Siren was. Attempts to summon a jellyfish on every third attack. Jeez. Alright. Looks like that might be one of the like toughest enemies in the game. That Siren there. Alright, let's let's get back into it. I was not expecting to go down that hard. Let's get these wheat fields out. I think we'll put the Blood Grove in. Oh, I've got to have one more there. Ruins? Let's put the Grove in. Let's take the Vampire Mansion down. Maybe put rocks back in. I think we'll take Meadow out. I think we'll leave the desert out. I think that's what we're gonna rock for right now. Let's just reconsider it. Yeah, I think that's the case. We'll put Bloodgrove in. Yeah, the Necromancer is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. A little bit of a learning curve here. I feel like figuring out what I can do, what I can't do. I still haven't really necessarily determined the difference between skeleton level and skeleton quality. I feel like I need both. I feel like skeleton level is just like how much my skeletons are scaling. Like I feel like skeleton level is sort of like enemy level, right? So the higher my skeleton level, just the better my skeletons are. I think it's just like a number that some other number is multiplied against to give me basic skeleton strength. Summon quality I feel like probably affects... Picked up a stool. Probably affects whether or not I'm able to summon the special skeletons, right? That's how I feel about it. That may not be the case. Let's try and do our little mountain peak right here. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with the Necromancer. I've had some success. I think I've had 2 boss kills, and then I think I've died 2 or 3 times as well. So some success, some failure. Still learning a good bit, I feel like. Especially what what I feel like makes him good, and what I feel like his weaknesses are. I'm also sort of surprised just how much more difficult the second act is, and how much longer it's taking to actually get to the boss and defeat him. Let's get our suburbs going. I don't know about that siren. I was not paying attention at all, but that siren just really put me down. I think it's a battlefield next to a... I haven't done rivers or forests yet. The river's pretty cool. I really like the river. I really like the sort of... additional layer of gameplay that it adds. Because it's sort of like its own little mini game you've got going on while you're doing this other stuff. You're trying to basically play this game of Snake. I do want to try and run it under the road yet to see what that's like. Because I should be able to do that with the bridge now. Let's try and run the river like up here, back here, and then run it under here. Let's make that our plan. I'm really not seeing that many suburbs now either. And I really do feel like that was really propelling the warrior ahead. What does the river card do? Yeah, it's right here. The river card doubles the effects of adjacent landscape tiles. So right here, this thicket's giving me 2%, increased attack speed. Because the river's beside it, I'm getting 4% increased attack speed from it. Same thing with like the mountains or any of those landscape tiles. Like if a mountain was next to the river, it would give me 12 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. But yeah, I've unlocked everything in the game, right? I've built all the buildings. I haven't upgraded all the buildings to max level yet, obviously, but I have built everything, except for the second warehouse. The way my layout is, I will never be able to build the second warehouse, it looks like. So that's kind of a bummer. But we're just gonna take it instead of leaving it. I don't feel like starting over to build a second warehouse. And to be honest, I don't think there's a tremendous benefit from doing so. Ah, no, I shouldn't put that there. Well, I plan on running my river under my road, so. But yeah, I do think the river is probably one of the like better cards you get access to, I guess. Because I mean, it's just doubling the effectiveness of your other cards in one card. Up my skeleton level here. Magic HP, yeah, we'll take that. That's way better for sure. Then you can see as I place more rivers, they have to be placed adjacent to another river tile, and it just sort of extends my river as I place it. Let's place this over here. We'll do that and run my river up. We'll go ahead and use our mountains towards the mountain peak as well. I don't see any reason not to do that. I will say, I do feel like the resources you get them pretty quickly now that, now that the game is live. I do think resource generation was choked down significantly in the demo. Magic shield just getting decimated there. And it does look like the Necromancer struggles against groups. Let's get that. Let's take counterattack. I don't think it's particularly good, but it's probably the best of the traits we received, I guess. We'll hit that village there for a heal. I really would like to get rid of that bandit camp. I'll probably wait until he goes to spawn and get a dark slime out of him. He's actually not spawning yet. This guy can just be brutal too. Yeah, see, the Necromancer just doesn't have a whole lot of defense. I also need a little bit of health back too. I tried splitting my rings pretty evenly between skeleton quality and skeleton level. That seemed to work out pretty well for me. I will say, the Necromancer without the Arsenal gold card doesn't get the shield. That feels way more difficult as well. Maybe it's just me, but not having the shield, it just seems like I missed getting the Oblivion on that. That's obnoxious. Not having the shield, I got distracted by that. I feel like not having the shield makes such a big difference. Maybe it doesn't. We'll put some rock stuff down this way and spread it over here. Got a goblin camp. I think I'm just going to go ahead and blow up. Well, I'd really like to get the dark slime out of it. We'll wait. I just hate that I missed it this time. I do not enjoy fighting these guys. Ah, he just destroyed my grimoire. That's so frustrating. Okay. Whatever, I mean, we knew it was going to happen. Eventually. Let's go ahead and get rid of this goblin camp. Next day timer, we'll get rid of the bandit camp. These spiders are going to be rough for me. Okay, thankfully it wasn't too bad. I don't think I need a Storm's Temple yet. Actually, I wonder if the Storm's Temple can do any sort of interaction with the Blood Grove. I doubt it, but let's give it a try just to see what's going on. No, this is just such a better placement. We're gonna do this. Because we're gonna keep the river going that way. It's gonna double back and it's gonna be... Yeah, we'll do this. But yeah, if you're new to the stream, I've been playing this game for quite some time. I've really been looking forward to its release. If you have any questions or anything, just let me know. I'm usually pretty good about keeping up with chat. If you're just here to lurk and check out the game too, that's cool. I appreciate that. Glad I can sort of provide some entertainment. I am, like a lot of people who just joined Twitch, I'm trying to get affiliate status on my way to try to get 50 followers. So if you haven't followed and you would like to, I would appreciate that. That would help me out. I think we'll take the little bit of extra regen here. Making sure you're topped off for like every fight, I feel like, is very important for the Necromancer. Anytime you go into a fight sort of with less than maximum health, I feel like you could just end up dying. These harpies are just frustrating sometimes. Okay. I missed it again. I was thinking, I kind of want to get, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's put these 2 forests down. 9, 10. That'll spawn a village question mark. I do feel like a village question mark is one of the best tiles you can spawn for the Necromancer. So I would like to spawn as many of those as I can. Let's see if I can get him. Yes, I did. Cool, so I at least got the dark slime out of it that time. Alright, let's keep our river going. This is the sixth suburb I've seen. I feel like they've drastically reduced the spawn rate of suburbs, maybe. Or maybe it's because I have mountains and forests and suburbs in my deck, and they're getting split. I'm not certain, but I do feel like I don't see them as often as I used to. I could be wrong. That's my impression though. Alright, so I've got a dark slime here with this bandit. He's a quest bandit too, that's unfortunate. He's coming in pretty quick and pretty hard. Come on. They are just coming in. And there's really nothing I can do about it either. Just sort of hope. I really need somebody to do something here though. That stun going off from the dark slime's pretty brutal. Man, I survived all those 5% chances and didn't lose any equipment. That's pretty satisfying from where I'm sitting right now. We'll let the bookery switch these cards out. And these spiders. Laying down one's life. Let's put that. Just in case I get a bunch of skeletons out. At least some of the damage will be split off of me. Temporal beacon. Let's put here. I really don't want to. Yeah, we'll do that. This mimic here. +1 skeletons. Let's do it. Getting extra skeletons usually is a big deal here. We'll run it up one more and then try and run it under the... I'll take the mountain, we'll leave the rest. No. Let's see. See, I'm taking a lot of damage from the just spiders and slimes. Skeleton levels at +3.56. Maybe I need to get that higher. Doing okay there. So I think we can switch into that there. We can definitely switch into this grimoire. I think that's all the switching I'm going to do for now. So these fights against these wooden warriors, I was saying these are probably the best fights against the Necromancer can have. They only attack you if you attack them. And so since the Necromancer really doesn't attack, this is just a free fight for me. But the A village question marks, I think that's going to be probably a really hard fight for the warrior. But a rather easy one for the Necromancer, which is interesting. So I'm going to trigger the Blood Grove here to spawn a Flesh Golem. Skeleton level. How do you spawn them? How do I spawn what? Sometimes I'm going to produce significant delay too. The village question marks, these appear for every 10 forest and thicket tiles you place. Very similar to the goblin camp interaction with the mountain and rock tiles. And then they start spawning those training dummies every 2 days. Let's see how difficult this fight is. It shouldn't be too difficult because I have the crossbowman. I say it shouldn't be, but... I'll put that shield on. I haven't really seen a good shield either. See, that's +1 to max skeletons, and that's a level 9. Picked up a kitchen knife. Plus 1% HP for every food item placed in your camp. Let's get this thicket here. Let's just do some forest stuff up here. We'll keep a couple of the cards in our hand just to trigger that bookery as well. Yeah, we'll take this for sure. That's the first really decent shield that I've found, really. Put those rivers out as soon as I get the chance. Alright, let's pick up our next trait. Residual heat. I feel like this is the best trait I've seen so far. You get health back every time your skeletons die. It's basically what I feel like keeps me alive most of the time when I'm playing the Necromancer, to be honest. But I thought every time you counterattack, you get health back. I thought that was pretty insane. This is even more insane. So let's buck our river up there. And then let's try and run it under this road. So here's a reed. Appears on the river and near roads. Something scaly is watching you from there. Spawns a fish man every 3 days. Okay, well. Let's, this is what we wanted. New interactions and stuff. That's not what we were planning on doing. We were planning on making a bridge there. But let's see what Fishman's got for me. Let's throw a bookery here too. Get us some new cards. So we'll get this river card, try and run it under the road. Or over the road, I guess. Yep. So I have a bridge here. Does nothing. Only needed to increase the length of a river. You kind of expected a troll to be there or something, right? Okay, well, let's run our river under the road then. Oh no! This stupid goblin camp spawned here, and I know for— yeah, that's gonna dead end my river. You've gotta be freaking kidding me. So now I need an oblivion to deal with this goblin camp before I can continue my river. Ah. That's obnoxious, right? Gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I know, that's... What are the odds? I don't have much regen. I was sort of thinking about doing this switch to get more max skeletons. Let's do it. Okay, now I'm just getting all these river cards now that I can't place my river. This is beautiful. Encouragement. Where is he getting encouraged from? Oh, I guess from Tactician. I guess that's what's encouraging him. Picked up an archer in the back row. That's not bad regen per second. We'll keep that. We'll keep an eye on that. Here comes a fish man coming in. Hopefully he's not just brutally wrecking house like the siren was. What was that? Oh, he can't die until his last strike goes off. I forgot about that. I think we can take this over this ring. And I think for right now the rest of it's good. Suburbs. I'd really like to get an Oblivion to deal with that goblin camp. That way I can continue my river. Should have put that suburb down. Alright, we'll put some suburbs down. Storm Temple. Let's do this. I don't think there was an interaction with the siren, was there? Usually there's an interaction when I fight a new monster, but I don't feel like there was an interaction with the siren. kind of weird. I just spawned a freaking bandit camp too. I forgot about that. Welp. I feel like if I get an Oblivion, I could come pretty close to spawning the boss with all the rivers I have. We'll just have to wait it out. I want to keep that in case I do need to switch into some. Well, there goes all my rivers from the bookery. Still no Oblivion. I do think we'll take for the horde. Yeah, I do think we'll be able to spawn the boss, and I do think we're at a position where we could consider attacking her. And I can Oblivion that goblin camp now, but I think I'm going to Oblivion these bandits here. I don't want to have to fight them. I also don't want to risk losing my gear to them. And I don't have any rivers to place anymore either. So I think that's the direction we're going to go in. I don't know what that noise was. It's probably the building of a village, question mark. If I had to guess. And we're gonna start playing these out. And we'll see how far away we are from spawning the final boss. Okay, let's keep up with that. I think so far my gear is doing okay. Still just a little ways away from summoning the boss. It'll take probably about 3 or 4 cards. Probably on the closer end of 3. Fight this singular dark slime here. Picked up a time shard. Cool. Yeah, it looks like 1 card away, so it was 4 cards. So we'll spawn the second boss here. It's not the Lich, so you don't have to worry about the Lich's palaces. I feel like I'm doing way more successful this time. I do feel like these guys would just like wreck the warrior. Sea dwellers so far from their home waters. Is this one of your marches to conquer the land? Man, look at this guy. He is fugly. I think those are murloc noises. I don't understand you. And the fact that I can't remember this language now that I hear it means I never knew it. But if you can understand to me, help me or get out of my way. So, can I pass or not? What should I do? I don't want to provoke a conflict. Great, the uncertainty was killing me. Alright, fish man, what you got? Master of Battle fills an attack bar to 2/3 after missing a hit. Okay, so if you dodge him, he's basically coming again pretty quickly. He does a good bit of damage. He's attacking pretty fast. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I feel like right now residual heat's the only thing keeping me alive. Everything in my skeleton dies. You can see this heal coming off on me. And it is just going down for real. Managed to pick up an archer in the back. Where did they even come from? The ocean is very far from here, and it doesn't even exist anymore. The new world would have been better without them. But I guess it's not my place to decide who can exist and who can't. I'm trying to save the whole world and not just parts of it that I like. I don't know, we could do without the fish man, right? Alright, we'll clean up some rat wolves and slimes and then we'll go into the priest fight. The priest fight, if you haven't seen the priest fight yet, I've already done it a couple times. She essentially will spawn angels to attack instead of attacking, and will also spawn these mirrors. She can have up to 5 up at a time. For every mirror she has up, I have a 20% chance to attack a mirror instead of her. So if all 5 are up, there's a 100% chance for me to attack a mirror instead of her. And the mirrors take 1 hit and completely prevent all the damage that would be done. So we'll see me coming in, I'll be hitting these mirrors like on a 60% of chance of time, 20% chance right now. But I'll start destroying those and then coming in on her. She'll spawn these angels that'll attack a couple times and then go away against me. It's just sort of like an ad spawn against an ad spawn. Hopefully we come out on top. We're pounding into her right now, actually. Yeah, this isn't going to be an issue for us. But this is the fight. This is the second boss. Had some pretty good luck on her so far, and I've had some bad luck as well. I do feel like without... And a failure again. Till we meet again, Zealot. So I haven't picked any of these yet, because I know you can only pick so many of them, right? But, Gift of Blood on a hit, hero can summon a blood lightning with mysterious chance. I don't know. I don't know what that is, right? I also don't know if mysterious is intentionally spelled wrong or if it's a pun on like a fog mist. I don't know. We're just gonna take the resource assortment. I do sort of like this too. Although it's on killing an enemy. I thought it would. Yeah, it's not that great. I think we're going to head out. I don't think we're going to stay past. Achievement unlocked. Make a puzzle. Let's go into trophies to see what some of these trophies are we're getting. Still haven't killed each enemy. Still haven't got all the camp items. Still haven't crafted. I need to craft, dismantle. synthesize. Unlike a chapter in the encyclopedia, read 50 different dialogues. See all the possible tiles, haven't done that. Have 10 living skeletons in one battle. Defeat the boss in the first expedition. Place 10 cards you didn't have in your deck, not counting Oblivion. Alright. Let's go into the next expedition. I think we are going to hang out in chapter 2 for right now. I don't think I want to get into this just quite yet. I think we're going to jump in for the Necromancer one more run. I think evenly changes monster strength depending on. I think we'll take Ancestral Crypt. Try not using the arsenal as a crutch. I think maybe we'll choke down Rocks, Forest, Suburbs, and River to maybe just 2 cards. To maybe... Or let's just choke Rock out. Let's just do Forest, River, Suburbs. The Outpost really hates the Necromancer. So we'll stay away from the Outpost. Let's go into the encyclopedia. I haven't seen this. What could that be? I haven't seen an interaction with the desert, right? Maybe we could put the desert next to the river or something, and maybe form like an oasis or something similar to that. Let's try doing something like that. Alright, let's put on our little bit of gear. I don't know why we start off with 2 books. One of them's already crappy. Alright, I would like to get this down before I do any more fights. So let's just put it in the center like that. That looks cool. I don't think it makes a difference where it goes. Hope everybody's had a good day so far. This has been a pretty good day for me. I've been really looking forward to this game coming out. So I guess we'll take the river towards the road again. So suburbs. I'm getting quite a bit more suburbs than I was. So maybe that was the case. Maybe I had too many terrain cards in there to get a good balance. Summon quality. Yeah, that may have just been what it was. I haven't spent a whole lot of time doing a whole lot of research since the game has come live. I've just sort of jumped into it and been going with it. That being said, I have looked at some of the monster abilities and stuff, and the Ghost of a Ghost, the Prime Matter, the Ghost of a Ghost of a Ghost, its third ability is its sixth successful strike against the hero kills him automatically. So I know there's some crazy stuff out there. I don't know what all is out there, but like some of these abilities, like 5% chance of immobilizing a target with his web instead of attacking, not too detrimental. But some of these other abilities out there, I know they're pretty hardcore. So I'm sort of hesitant to jump into the third chapter right now. Because honestly, I think picked up an antique wardrobe. It's not the best item, right? I wonder if I could have put that in the center there. Wouldn't have really done a whole lot for me, but it would have been kind of cool. I do feel like the Storm Temple definitely helps out the Necromancer a lot. Just because there are so many mobs in a fight, the odds of you getting hit by the lightning strike aren't that great. I was like, that looks like a +1 max skeleton's ring. That's exactly what it is. We're gonna rock that for quite some time, I feel like. I feel like that's a pretty lucky drop at this point. Being able to get that extra skeleton out just makes a really big difference. But yeah, I've got to see some cool interactions so far. It does feel like, looking at the encyclopedia, there are probably a lot fewer interactions than I was hoping for. I was sort of hoping maybe a large portion of the game would be figuring out these sort of different interactions between the card types. But it doesn't seem like that's gonna end up being the case. Yeah, we're taking residual heat pretty much always. I don't actually see a way. I don't right now see a way of consistently getting around taking residual heat. Especially for this boss, for this character. Fighting the priestess, or the priest, you just are going to be taking so much damage, and you don't have any way of mitigating it or recovering from it easily other than really like HP per 5, or HP per second, or HP per day. And I don't really think both of those are incredibly viable solutions. It does look like it is possible to sort of lock yourself out of being able to do everything in the game, though, which is sort of frustrating, especially since there's no instructions or warnings or anything like that to go along with it. I do have sort of that complaint, I guess. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some forest going too. I think I'll just make a little block of forest down here to get some A village question marks spawned up. Actually, I need to put the blood grove. I need to put one of those near the cozy camp. because that does work on the fight. Yeah, I don't think I really need the evasion. I'll do up. Yeah, let's do it there. And I may need one more. Yeah, I think I need one more. Let's put one more out. There it is, and we're gonna walk right into it. Of course, it hasn't spawned anything yet. We'll pick up our trait here. I think we'll take Blissful Ignorance, to be honest. We'll start spawning some dark slimes, maybe. Do that sort of thing. That's not too bad, picking up that little bit of evasion there. I am sort of interested in spawning that shipwreck again. I wonder, I mean, I'm sure people are coming across this stuff just as frequently as I am, but I wonder how many people have already come across the shipwreck. I would imagine not that many, if I had to imagine. Because I feel like you have to build a... Is it a thicket next to a battlefield? Is that what I ended up doing? That I feel like caused it to spawn? I do want to try and replicate that, but at the same extent, I don't want to just replicate it and then immediately kill myself on that siren and end the run. We'll see what happens. I do have a grip of Oblivion card, so I could take care of a bunch of stuff that I wanted. Let's put it here, and then if it doesn't spawn, I guess we'll put a thicket on the other side of it and see what happens. Yeah, so it didn't spawn there. I also have really no good idea what skeleton quality is doing. Well, I say I don't have an I have an idea of what it's doing. I don't have an idea of how it's doing it. I feel like skeleton quality makes me more likely to get these skeleton warriors and skeleton guards. And I think that's accurate. And I do believe they're better than your regular skeletons. I do think that's the case. Now that being said, I'm not sure exactly how summon quality goes into making a good skeleton. If I drive the river into here, I don't think I want to. This is getting a little iffy for me. Okay, let's put a thicket. I can't put a thicket over here. Let's Oblivion this, just to confirm this. So putting a thicket there didn't turn that into a battlefield either. That's interesting. Okay. Well, now I kind of want to know how I did it. I do feel like it was like river, thicket, then battlefield. This will probably be one of those situations where I'll have to like go back in the stream and try and look at the exact placement of how I put everything down. I do feel like I'm not, because I'm not getting like any villages or things like that. I don't know. I will say that outpost is is awesome. Unseen Care is very good. I like taking that one. Every time I spawn a skeleton, I get plus to magic HP. I think that makes a big difference. I just really don't like any of that gear over what I'm already doing. So I'm just going to keep doing what I already am doing. I wonder if I double the river back on itself. I mean, I know there's no reason to do that. I wonder if it's just a waste of the river if you do that. I seriously doubt you can form like a lake or anything like that, right? Bookery. Let's do a bookery right there. It'll rotate a lot of these oblivions out for us. And I don't really feel like we need them at this point. I think we do this for sure. Lightning coming in, doing some damage to these spiders for me. Yeah, I think the Storm Temple works out quite nicely on the Necromancer. Could I double back? Yeah, I could double back. Let's just double back on itself. Just to see. Like I said, I don't think there's a reason to do it. And looking right now, it looks like that's the case. I don't think that magic damage helps me at all. Unless I get to max skeletons and I start attacking. But that doesn't normally happen with the Necromancer, right? Alright, so let's rush this river towards the road, I guess. So doubling the river on itself doesn't do anything. I had pretty much 100% certainty it wouldn't, but I wanted to explore the option thoroughly. We are going to head the river into the road, though, to see if we can start spawning some fishmen and stuff like that. I do feel like I worry about these small AoE fights a lot more on the Necromancer than I do on the Warrior. I feel like it's very easy for them to get out of hand on the Necromancer, and it's not as easy for them to get out of hand on the Warrior. Is my assessment. I'm sort of like a village like here-ish. Let's see. So we'll get the river headed towards the road. And we'll try and run it through there, I guess. Quite a bit of rewards there. I think we'll take this Grimoire. I could go up to more skeletons. I kind of like the summon quality and stuff that I've got going on. I do wonder if you can find like max skeletons plus some other items on your ring. I feel like I haven't seen that yet. I don't know what that little ting noise was. Let's see. I think I'm going to put another Smith's Forge. Actually, I'm going to hang on to it. Bookery. We'll put one here. That's fine. We'll let those cards get switched out. I'll take my thicket and my suburbs. And we'll let those other two get switched out. How have you been doing today, C-Link? Have you started playing much? Let's get our river headed towards the road. Let's get this beacon down here. You got a village question mark right beside each other. That's pretty cool. Maybe 2 or 3 loops today. Nice. Were you playing the Necromancer? I feel like that's what a lot of people are more excited for. Alright, we'll just farm these tree men for a little bit. A couple of rogue, a couple of Necromancer. I haven't dipped into the rogue at all yet. After this, I may jump into the rogue and see what he's like. Let's take Ambitions of the Dead. I do hope the rogue has a completely different play style than the warrior. It'll be sort of disappointing if the rogue's just sort of basically the warrior, but not. I had a lot going on there. Yeah, we'll up our Grimoire level. Alright, battlefield. Okay, you can actually see it transforming right there into a shipwreck as I'm placing it. So that's kind of cool. So it looks like the placement is dependent upon it being next to some sort of we'll call it amphibious tile. So we'll hold off on placing it. We'll try and run. I've got a reed here. I wonder if I can just run the river along the bank and keep spawning reeds. I also wasn't paying attention and I've spawned a bandit camp and I've let 2 bandits show up. I really don't want to mess with those guys. So maybe I can pick up some Oblivions and get rid of them somehow. Yeah, we'll take that necklace. But yeah, it does look like the battlefield being placed next to a water type card will turn into a shipwreck. I guess is the best way to think about or describe that effect. We'll take out this mimic. Yeah, so it looks like I can just keep running reeds along the river. So let's see. Silver pendant. -4 damage from all vampires. That's pretty cool. So I could run it there into a bridge, or I could run it here. Do a shipwreck. Spawns a siren once per loop. Once per loop. So yeah, they are intended to be a significant fight, it seems like. Doing that doesn't make a shipwreck. Doing that doesn't make a shipwreck. Let's put this here though. Maybe we'll stay in the loop one more. Stay in the run one more loop. So that we can check some of this out. I do want to Oblivion. I'd almost rather Oblivion the fight. Let's see what these turn into from the bookery. Okay. Yeah, so let's Oblivion this. I don't want to do that fight. I'll end up losing my village, but that's okay. Then I'll come back and hit that bandit camp. I picked up another reed there. I feel like another thing that's sort of frustrating is I can see people that are in the chat, but not everybody that's in the chat's watching the video. Got a ghost of a ghost here. Presence lowers the attack speed of allies by 15%. Didn't pick up the prime matter. I haven't seen a prime matter, I don't feel like, in quite some time. I think I'll take the extra skeleton. And if it turns out being a bad idea, I could skip back to this grimoire. This is a pretty nice looking grimoire. Let's see. I can do this as a bridge. Could I just start bridging? That's interesting. So I can keep making reeds through here. I can thicket this area up. And replace my village here. Let's just do it here. Not have to screw around with that camp. And then I'll want to destroy that bandit camp. Let's keep the river going. Quite a bit of suburb action there, which is nice. So we spawned the incursion. I wasn't really planning on doing that. I kind of wanted to fight the siren. We may just, if we beat the boss, we may go through the loop and just see what the siren's like. See if we can beat the siren. I feel like if we can beat the boss, we can beat the siren, right? Music's kicking in. I'm really digging the music in this game too. Hey, there we go. So you can get that ring with stats on it too. Cool to know, good to see. Putting this here is changing the effect of it too. The thicket, oh, I think it's turning into a, because of the storm temple. It is cool that you can see those effects first. Did I not destroy you, or did you come back? Or did it get switched out? I think it got switched out. Whatever. We'll put a village right there. Spawn another one. Oh, me. Alright, river cards. Will that dead end my river? It'll come close. Have sort of our free fights against these guys. This is a cool fight here. I really enjoy doing that fight for some reason. Even though it's like even more auto battle of the auto battle, I feel like. last two fights and then we'll jump into the boss. Max skeletons. Do I have a cool ring that I could stick back on? I mean, that's not bad, right? Let's go into max skeletons. Let's do it. We will take Axis Tilt, I guess. Alright, Priestess, let's do this. Could you stop, please? Nope. 2 arms. Alright, we're getting our summons up. Oh, we've got a mage in the back. Well, yeah, she's going down. I don't think she's got a chance. Yeah, it looks like we're just gonna farm her down. So we'll farm her down. I still don't think we're gonna take any traits or anything at this point. I'd like to see if I can cycle through them and see if I can maybe view everything before I pick one this time. I think I made that mistake before. Down goes the priestess. That seems like it's a really nice trait. I'll take our resource assortment. We're gonna stay in the loop. Oh, whoa, whoa. I have a whole lot going on. No, let's stay where we are. Let's do this little ditty. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's get some beacon stuff going. So let's see if we can come over here. The siren just looks like a green snake, man. Let's see if we can get over there to the siren and deal with her. Why am I bleeding? Ugh. Okay. I had not seen that bleed damage before come into effect, I feel like. Yeah, let's flip that on over at that. We got a fish man here. Fishman goes down. Man, I have a board just full of stuff. Spawned a mage in the background there. A storm temple right here would be nice. Look at all this stuff I've got. I don't feel like necessarily making a bunch of these reeds is a great idea. These guys seem pretty dangerous, the fish people. We will we'll have to see. We'll try and make it to this siren and beat her, and then we'll probably bail on this. I don't really have a whole lot of resources to take with me either, so I'm okay with that. That'll make a shipwreck. That'll make a shipwreck. Why is it making shipwrecks there? That's next to a... This is also next to a water tile, I guess? What about this? No. Okay. Let's put a village here and block off that fight. Not too much difficulty with the fish people. Whoa, what is this? A Watcher Mage. Cosmic Mage has a soul. Out of time. Time flows backwards. Legacy transforms into a tome after being killed. So I'm guessing he's spawning because... Let's stay in planning mode, see where we are. He's actually attacking me instead of just shielding. Alright, last time the books were standing on those shelves. What's happening now? Book stuff about time and space. What do we got going on here? This is pretty ridiculous, right? Because we've got, oh, hold on. If I crouch down just a little bit and turn at the right angle. No. Yeah, it looks like I'm wearing the hat now. I am entertained by some of the dumbest things. There I am. Alright. This is pretty cool. I actually almost want to take like a screenshot of this and see if I can like decipher some of it and see what sort of things this would reveal about the game, right? So if we look at it, it looks like we have the singularity or a Big Bang. Some sort of thing like that splitting. If you look at it sideways, it almost looks like the beginning to the tree of life, right? Looks like it could go that way. With this being the first Sephiroth, this being the second, the third. You also have the Alpha and the Omega here. That's pretty easy to pick out. But you have something coming in between here, like halfway. If you consider the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, this is like an interruption here. It looks like man comes in. This almost looks like a timeline, right? It looks like man comes in at a certain point in the timeline. Just some really cool stuff going on here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 would be down here, right? 5, 6. This almost looks like some sort of elemental breakdown with maybe the 4 elements or something like that. I don't know, really cool. And the fact that the guy did all this in MS Paint, just astounding. That doesn't look even remotely like writing. Do you have any text in human or proto-vampiric languages at least? We got this. We got in the beginning. This looks like a descent. These look like these are just inversed, right? This is 100% him ascending, something happening, and him descending. I get it, I get it. Let's forget about this mistake and start on a new page. Ah ha 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 ha. Pretty sure he's gonna zap me. Yep. Tome. Force field gives 35 mage armor to all allies at the start of battle. Oh, I smoked that book. Looks like now I have to be constantly ready for a trick. Who knows? Next time I could be attacked on by my own sword. That's true. Let's get our suburbs going. Let's keep our river going. I think that's actually going to dead end it there. Which is lay disappoint. We'll set some forests on fire for the resources and stuff. Let's head into that siren, see if we can deal with her. I got to see the tome. Got to see the Watcher Mage. Haven't seen either of those. Still making... Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm eating it in the face. I'm eating it in the face. Oblivion. Let's take out this fight. I wonder what happens if I cut my river in half. Let's try doing something like that. If I get one more Oblivion. So this Watcher Mage, it looks like all the Watchers that would be here are being transformed into mages instead now that the bookery's down. Oh yeah, this is significantly more sexy than what I'm doing there. Let's put that there too. Okay, so Oblivion. What if I can't Oblivion part of the river? That's crazy. Okay. Good to know though. I could Oblivion this. Could I keep my river going? Yeah, I could. Alright, let's see what we can do for this siren. I did have to drink 3 potions just a second ago on what I felt like was a semi-basic fight. But we'll see what happens. Picked up an archer in the back. Picked up a ghost on the field. These blood clots, man, they have a good bit of evade, I feel like. So that's all my potions. Oh, come on, I'm like, am I gonna die to this blood clot? It's crazy how I made almost a whole loop, and then the last 2 fights, I'm almost dead and no potions going into what I wanted to do. I think we're just gonna have to do it and see what happens. Yeah, I'm just getting hammered. This siren, man. Man, that thing is... I'm back to life. Smoked again in 1 hit. I'm gonna spend the 2 skulls to be able to keep this stuff, and then we'll retreat. That's crazy. Alright, I don't think there's anything else for me to build here. Is there a reason to build more than 1 forest? I mean, it looks like... So I guess this is giving me the ability to craft these, right? Oh. 10. What's this book do? +1 defense for every card in the player's hand. Effects don't stack. Whether they affect stack or not, we're definitely equipping this book. Let's try and stack like things together, right? It'll just look better. Okay. So right now, what am I pumping? +10 HP every time the hero equips a new item. Every time the hero receives stable branches, he has a 10% chance of receiving more. I've got all sorts of just rando things. Upgrading the mud hut. I've upgraded the tavern. That can't be upgraded anymore. The cemetery could be upgraded again. Area of effect is increased by 1 tile away. Let's upgrade that. This tower will allow us to see monsters from a greater distance. Don't worry. Those beasts won't scare my men. I don't have what I need to upgrade this. Increases the tower crossbowman's strength. So let's increase all these by 1. That's a pretty nice upgrade, I feel like. I could still do the war camp. +4% to the hero's strength. I think that's worthwhile. What? Did you get tired after just a few laps around the camp? That's fine. There's no shame in failing. But there is shame in not trying to improve yourself. So, give me another run right now. And don't stop till your legs give out. I could hit another upgrade there. I think we're gonna... Have I built a mud hut? Yes. Give your residents food or furniture to store. I don't know. I don't know what good the mud hut's doing me right now, if any. Let's dip into the rogue. So, class rogue can receive trophies after killing enemies in battle and exchange them for equipment at camp. Has 5% vampirism from the start. 10% bonus for any effect for every equipped item with the same effect. Okay. Let's start off with the arsenal. Let's bring in the cemetery. Let's bring in the outpost. Let's duck down off of the Blood Grove. Actually, let's duck down off of Grove. Keep Blood Grove in. Actually, let's take Blood Grove out. Bring in Spider Mansion, or Vampire Mansion. Attack speed seems good for me. Maybe take Storm Temple down. Maybe bring in the desert. Just to explore some new things. And let's see what we can do with the rogue. What makes you able to equip more items in the supply screen? I'm thinking, so if you're looking at it in Athanatos, maybe like I'm able to equip more furniture than you can equip or something like that. I have found desert plus arsenal rogue. Very good so far. This is my first run with the rogue, so I have not seen the rogue at all. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 slimes off the bat. That's quite a few. We'll throw on our armor. We'll dual wield. But I think that's the question you're asking. What makes you able to equip more items in the supply screen? I think upgrading your buildings allows you to equip more items. So if you look, I noticed it in the demo. I had no idea what they were doing. But if you like upgrade a building, it'll say like +1 to your food and +1 to something else. I think that's where those are coming from. River, let's start here. Arsenal, like I said, I don't really see... Yeah, no problem, man. I haven't noticed placing the arsenal anywhere making a difference, so we'll just stick it over here. And it looks like that allows me to equip a necklace, where I couldn't equip one before. Yeah, man, I've been playing this for a little bit. I don't know everything, but I feel like I have pretty decent knowledge of a lot of things. Yeah, I haven't seen the arsenal combined with anything so far. And honestly, I think I've sort of seen pretty much all the combinations you can see, minus maybe just a few. But I'll probably pop out of, so I'm not getting any rewards, I'm just getting trophies, it looks like. But I'll probably pop out of this and double check the, let's do the battlefield here. But I'll probably pop out of this and check the compendium to see if there's anything I haven't explored after this. But I feel like I've got pretty much everything explored, other than a few monsters and maybe 1 or 2 tile placements. I think I'll hold off on the cemetery. Dual wielding instead of a shield is pretty cool for the rogue. I would like some gear though. I guess I'm gonna get some gear after I turn these trophies in. Yeah, okay. So it looks like the gear I get, that's what I've got to do for the whole run. Okay, magic damage, attack speed, critical damage. I think we throw that on. Boots, evasion, 10% evade. I think we threw that on. Magic HP is not bad for me. Where am I equipping the... Oh, I can equip either a necklace... Oh no, my chest plate's going there. Okay. Critical damage chance and to plus to critical damage. Okay, there's my critical damage. Okay. Cool. Alright, let's see what you can do, Rogue. Some rotates can change it a bit. Cool. I haven't seen any interaction with sand dunes and deserts. Nothing there. I was kind of hoping to see some sort of... some traits that change trophies. So it looks like on the rogue you want to have as many different traits of the same type on your gear as possible. Right? Because I've got 5 pieces of gear. If each of these had dodge on it, that would give me just a 50% chance to dodge. regardless of how much chance is on the gear. So that seems like where I want to be. I also only have 5% vampirism, and that's it. And I haven't seen a way to do anything different about that. So I feel like I need to either be hitting very hard and very fast and taking no damage, or there's a way for me to get some more mitigation somewhere that I'm not seeing. Okay, let's see what we got. HP critical damage. Let's organize these by type. Weapons. We'll stick that there. Magic damage, attack speed, critical damage. We'll hold off there. This is the best of those. And that's... I think that's where we're at. Yeah, I mean, magic HP does a lot of good work on rogues. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, seems like not taking Arsenal on the rogue could be a little difficult. I guess you could take the Forbidden Crypt, but I don't know about it. Let's get some spiders down. Let's start fighting something other than slimes and see how that goes. I'll put Surbovers down. We should be getting pretty close to heading into our first trait. Yeah, I'm sort of upset I haven't found any sort of interactions between the desert and the sand dunes. Magic HP, defense. This is a lot of garbage. I think we'll switch to just dual wielding that. First trait. Pickpocket, 50% chance to steal a resource shard from an enemy while parrying. I don't even have any counter right now. Lethal weakness, every 10% of lost HP gives you a 0.5% chance to instantly deal 1000% damage. None of these seem very good to me. Also have not found any. I've tried lots of different ways of putting them, thinking maybe it was like mountains that would transform. Yeah, I was thinking sort of the same thing. And looking at the graphic, if you look at the graphic, the way the desert runs into the dune, it looks like it flows very well. So I've tried like surrounding a dune with deserts and stuff like that. And I just haven't found any interactions, which is a little disappointing. I was sort of hoping for more interactions like that. I really enjoyed those. I don't understand how my trophies are working either. I did notice some sort of different trophy went in. Ooh, I'm a little scared to spawn a village question mark now, because I just remembered how easy those guys were on the Necromancer. I don't think that's going to be the case on the rogue. Let's do this here. Get the outpost going. I was thinking of ways to make sure meadows bloom and the placement of them. Yeah, I agree. And stuff like that I think is a lot of fun. we'll put a Smith's Forge. Yeah, we'll do there, that's fine. Okay. These look nice. These have evasion and counter. Alright, let's upgrade our weapons for sure. Evasion and attack speed. I've got attack speed there. So let's do that, right? So that should bump my attack speed up. Where is my attack speed? It's at 35. So this should be 3 more plus another 10. I didn't get it there. Why not? I should get... Because I have... Oh, I guess I'm already getting the 10. But I should be getting another 10 here, right? Isn't that how the rogue works? Maybe I'm not calculating the rogue correctly or understanding it correctly. But I thought it, for each stat on a different piece of gear, I thought I got a 10% bonus to it. So shouldn't I be getting like a 20% bonus to attack speed? Maybe I'm not understanding it correctly. I think you get it once. I don't feel like that's the way the description reads, but that's probably accurate. I feel like magic damage is way better for me than this critical damage here. Yeah, it may be busted. I just don't feel like that's the way I read it. Which one of these is doing more? Alright, 15%. Maybe I'll put cemetery out. Start fighting this skeleton. Why did I get... So actually, alright, so an assistant is actually helping me here. So he's actually in the battle with me, as opposed to... Yeah, rogue doesn't get items from chests. That's kind of obnoxious. I have noticed that as well. But usually when I was playing on the Necromancer, these guys, I guess, just stayed in the outpost and rained arrows down on everybody. Because they were doing this sort of arrow AoE thing. But it looks like somebody actually comes out and fights with me on the rogue. So that's pretty cool. That actually makes the outpost a lot cooler. Let's see what our next trait is. Master of Fencing, 10% chance to simultaneously attack 2 targets. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna need some form of AoE, I felt like. Yeah, they help other classes and hate the Necro. I haven't tried playing the Warrior at all since the game went live, to be honest. I've been a little bit more interested in the Necromancer and the Rogue, feeling them out. Especially because I had so much time with the Warrior. And he seems pretty basic. I do want to throw a Vampire Mansion at this bookery. Because I'm pretty sure you can spawn a Vampire Mage. I've seen the Vampire Watcher, or not the Vampire Watcher, the Watcher Mage. And there was a Vampire Mage in the alpha. So I'm pretty sure he's back in the full version of the game. And that's one of the monsters I haven't seen yet. So I'd like to spawn that. This is giving me a little bit of trouble. Alright, I'm about to turn this in. That looks pretty nice. We'll throw that on. So this has evasion and critical damage chance. And this has critical damage chance. That's 9%. Right now I'm at a 19% chance to crit. I think I start off with a base 10. So if I equip this, it should go to 26. We'll see if I get the extra bonus. It went to 28. I'm not sure why that is. Yeah, maybe I'm not understanding how the rogue's working, or maybe it's bugged. But it doesn't seem to be coming together in the way I would expect it to be based off my understanding of the tooltip. That's about as succinctly as I can put it, I feel like. Let's go ahead and drop these for us. See what that attack speed looks like if I do it. And let's at least spawn a village question mark. It would kind of be nice if it spawned with the outpost, right? What does this guy do? Oh man, he can die. I did not know that. I want to see him die now. I want to see what happens when he gets killed. We'll see, we'll see. I had the same feeling about that 10% tooltip. Yeah, I'm just not sure if it's... I definitely don't feel like it's working out the way they have it worded. We'll see. I forget who I was talking to last night that was in the Discord with the developers. Dang, I sort of wanted those. And it was my understanding they were up pretty late yesterday patching the game before the release. So I feel like there's a pretty good chance there's some bugs in the game still, and a pretty good chance that they'll introduce a patch or two pretty soon. If they introduce any sort of content patch at all, though, that would be sick. Especially given how much is in the game right now, I feel like. Yeah, whatever. Did I just crit him for 2 damage? I did crit him for 2 damage. That's pretty cool. I figured the critical hits would do 1 damage. So I have 10 trophies. 11 trophies. Will I get that many items? 2, 4, 6, 8. I should get exactly that many. Yep, that's how many items I get. Okay. Counter crit damage chance. Let's try that. freaking huge. Let's try that. Yeah, let's do that too. I'm just rolling a bunch of gray items right now. Well, we smoked that treasure chest, that's for certain. Alright, we're gonna come up on our first village, question mark. So we'll see how that fight goes with the rogue. Man, I am just doing significant damage here. Completely different playstyle than the Necromancer for sure. Marauder, fighting against 3 or more enemies will grant you an additional trophy. Picky lowers the quantity of items received on the camp tile by 3 while increasing the quality of exchange for trophies. Let's take that. Yeah, I have to be careful on these guys. Well, let's run the river over here. Let's do it here. And see if we can deal with this siren, right? Actually, let's do it here. Pretty surprised I haven't seen a village yet. I feel like you sort of want to see a bunch of villages on your rogue. I could be wrong. Ooh. I do need some way of getting some health back. And a village would be nice, but cool, there's a village. Let's stick it right here. Do you know Athanatos? Does the desert and the sand dunes affect you as well, or does it just affect the enemies? Because I feel like that's sort of ambiguous to me. Oh wow, so it's just in the vicinity of it. I would like to have a heal right before that fight. It affects you also. You can watch your health as you place them. I was looking at it, and I felt like I didn't see it go down, but it was probably... It's probably such that I don't notice the change. I feel like that makes the desert a very weird card to try and use. Okay. Amulet. I should be having... Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I think we'll take that sword. I think we'll switch into some damage to all. I haven't seen that on him, and I feel like that would be quite useful. This is just miles above what I was doing. Yeah. I think we're doing okay at this point. So let's see if we can take out that siren on the rogue. Yeah, so I hadn't really noticed that though, so... Yeah, you can see my health going down. Okay, so... Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So everything's down 10.5%. I don't know what changes the skeletons to cracked skeletons sometimes either. I haven't noticed what makes the difference there. Let's get another village. A curish. And if I top right of the bot, it shows you the percent change. Yeah, minus 11%. It's a little hard to read, but I can see it. Cool. I don't know if I should necessarily be playing with the desert then. I don't know if I necessarily have the skill to be making use of it. Let's just take this awakened fragment. Man, he is just making short work of stuff. That is for certain. Where... I was about to say, I have a bandit camp. Let's destroy that next day timer for sure. Alright, let's destroy him. Let's get my thickets going. Actually, let's save thickets so that I can... As long as your magic HP is high, the desert reduction hurts the monsters more than you. Yeah, that's very true. And you have to sort of look at that, constantly look at that balance, I feel like. 170 magic HP? It's not bad. Alright, let's, Dude, I am just going to town on stuff, I feel like. Let's go ahead and put this cemetery out here. I've gotten... Well, I had an Oblivion. I don't anymore. Code error. Error in action number 1 of alarm event for alarm 2. Let's see. Let's print screen this. And I wonder, did I get that print screen? Yeah. Let's save this. Just in case I want to come back and look at this later. Just in case that's useful for the devs as well. Clear. No thanks. Okay, so that did crash my game, it looks like. Not sure what crashed it either. That's sort of disappointing. But we're gonna pop it open. Right. At least I had the good sense to leave it up for a second and document it. But I'll see if I can get in touch with some way to get that to the devs. No idea what caused that there. I had a pretty good rogue run going. I was enjoying that a lot too, actually. But let's let's jump back into it. That's the way it goes, I guess. I did want to look at my encyclopedia. Look at my tiles. So here's the bridge. So that's the last of the road tiles. I was sort of expecting that. Roadside. I picked up the reed, and that was the last of the roadside tiles. Landscape. I'm still missing one. What could I do to the landscape? The only other thing I can think of was maybe putting like some deserts near the river to maybe get like an oasis or something. I don't know. There's one more thing I can do with the landscapes that I'm not doing. I've hit all those special cards. I haven't used the other two golden cards yet, but I feel like that's the last of those. So figuring out this last landscape tile is where I'm sitting. Common enemies. It looks like there's a skeleton type enemy in between here that I could pick up. I was thinking about that too, right? But the river tile has to start on an edge. The only thing I could think of is putting maybe one river down and then surrounding it with like deserts or something. I don't know. But it seems like you would have to... It would need to do something pretty significant, the oasis, right? Because you would be giving up... You would only be placing like a couple river tiles and giving up all your future river tiles at that point. So I'm not sure. I'm 100% certain this goes vampire, vampire mage, swarm of bats. So we'll just spawn the vampire mage. Pretty sure I know how to do that. And then we're looking at one more monster here. I've tried doubling back my river on top of itself and it just bends back. So I don't think that's the case. I do think we're going to see chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Because some abilities, some things have 4 abilities. So maybe we'll see Leech Priestess, maybe a boss here, maybe a boss here and a final boss if there's a final chapter, or maybe a similar effect to like the Angel where like this boss will spawn an ad or something that does something. But yeah, let's jump back into it. I was really digging the rogue there. I do think maybe I'll switch into meadows and out of that's tough. I kind of like the desert there. Let's stay out of meadow, actually. Let's rock with what we were doing. That seemed to be doing pretty well for us. Drop battlefield, maybe sirens, but no chests. I don't know. I want to kill that siren. And I can't spawn it without the battlefield. So that was sort of. I'm pretty upset that I feel like Necromancer was just getting put down by the siren, and I feel like the rogue was just gonna chew through it. So I wanna see if I can reset that back up and go into the siren. But yeah, it was kind of disappointing about the game crash, especially since they came out with a demo and everything, and I put a good bit of hours into it for the game to crash the first day of going live. That's sort of... I mean, they can't work out all the bugs. Yeah, I noticed that crit damage was coming in pretty hard. Outpost. Let's set up a good outpost fight. Definitely digging the outpost though. It's like a free, little bit of shielding, free damage. Just all around pretty cool. Let's try putting... I don't know if the river would interact with the sand dunes, right? Maybe it'll interact with the desert. Let's try putting the next desert we get next to the river. See what happens. Whatever, we'll put a sand dune too. Hey, there it is. Okay, so sand dune next to the river does change it into an oasis. Pretty good intuition there. Minus 0.5 to hero's attack speed. Minus 1% attack speed to all other creatures. Okay. So I'm eating the minus attack speed more than they are. It's slowing me down, but it's slowing them down twice as much. Let's throw another one over there. That did not. Can I not affect the first? Maybe I can't affect what is essentially the spring. Because the river goes spring, river in the middle, and ends in a brook, right? So maybe I can't affect the spring or the brook. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. It's really cool when you like have these ideas and are able to explore them organically, and it works out. So I'm gonna do river, 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 come up, come up. So if I did the battlefield right there, it would work. Because I'm gonna do river, river. Yeah, it should work right there. We'll just need to make sure not to do anything about it before we're ready. Okay. Evasion, magic HP. We want that on pretty much instantly. Hey man, appreciate it. I'm gonna see if I can kill this siren. It was cool having you hang out, man. I appreciate it. Have a good night. If you haven't followed yet, consider giving me a follow. I'm still working towards those 50 followers. Like everybody else, I feel like. But I'll be streaming this pretty much nightly. Until I get, I'd like to get the hang of it. But yeah, I do feel like the rogue is... It's definitely a different playstyle than the Necromancer for sure. And right now I'm digging it. Let's take magic HP, damage to all. Let's take weapon upgrades too. Boot, that one defense, that's just weak looking. Alright, let's go in with this. I didn't get any trophies from the Mimic either. That's kind of disappointing. Let's say card shark. Let's put some more deserts out. I wonder if you can get a sand dune or an oasis to spawn from. I hope that doesn't end. I hope that doesn't end my river, right? Hopefully my river's still going strong out there. Although I guess I very well could end the river, right? Okay. I think we take that. I think we take that. And that. And the rest of it we'll let ride. Kinda weak though that the treasure chest doesn't give me a trophy at least. I also haven't seen any more river cards yet, which is kind of disappointing. I want to explore these oases more. But I do think at this point I have seen and unlocked every card in the game. I think I just need to... Yeah, cool, so it will let me keep doing it. What about sand dune over here? We'll check it out in a second. But I do think I've unlocked, I do think I've unlocked every card in the game. And I'm pretty close to have seen every enemy in the game. At this point. Let's get my deserts going up here. I do like the damage reduction buff on the rogue as well. I feel like that helps out the rogue significantly. Fuss. The hero receives 7% less damage for every enemy starting after the second enemy. Smoke screen. After losing 20% of his max HP in a battle, the hero will evade all attacks for 2 seconds. Yes. I think that's going to be very nice for us. We will take that for sure. I think we're going to put some more cemetery action over there. I do have a vampire mansion. This is an oasis too. I wonder if putting a sand dune there, yeah, that's an oasis. Oh, but the oasis no longer, so it transforms the river, right? So it's actually getting rid of my rivers. Okay, we're fine with that. I picked up a brass candlestick. Effects don't stack, yeah. Yes, please. Okay, so there's our shipwreck. So next loop, we will come in against it and see how that siren goes, I guess. Hopefully I won't get that error message again. Haven't seen a village yet. Also haven't seen a bookery. Okay, let's get some outposts going. That's a good place. Let's get it over here to help us with this a village question mark. Probably could have used it to help with the siren actually. That might not have been a bad plan. He got killed. Alright. I did want to sort of see him get killed. Picked up a sturdy stool there. Let's get our oasis extended. Let's put our forest back. That's a pretty big crit there. Pretty big crit again. Skeleton reanimated. Basically to no avail. Welcome to the stream if you're in this stream. And you have any questions, feel free to just let me know. I'm usually pretty good about looking at chat and responding. %20 evasion, let's switch into that. Old scars, max HP is increased by 1 for each received trophy. Let's do that. That seems pretty good to me. Let's get our village here. Let's go ahead and do our vampire thing. I think we'll be okay dealing with that village. Here's our siren. Alright, let's come into it. It's regenning. health somehow. I guess it has a form of vampirism. Down goes the siren. Of course, we don't get any cool rewards from it because it just gives us that trophy. So we really don't know if it drops anything good. We just have beat it. That's all we know. We've beat the siren. I'll come in against the vampire and crew. Oh, that looks bad. That looks real bad. So that may kill us. We'll see. No, I'll probably drink 1 or 2 more potions. Still looks real bad there. Let's keep my oasis going. Alright, picked up a bookery here. I'd like to, sort of like to get it there. Let's get rid of our outpost. Let's put a bookery there. And then I'm going to want to put like a vampire mansion too. And we'll grab these suburbs and then we'll let it switch these cards out. And things are going pretty smooth for us. We'll put these suburbs out. We'll put these suburbs out. Hang on to some cards for just a moment. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's keep that river going. Let's start doing some thicket action here now. I need to keep at least 3 cards so that they can get cycled through. Let's start my river back up this way. We'll do some desert stuff over here. We'll get it back. I'll do some more thickets. We'll get those back as well. I'm pretty lucky on our card sharp over there. A village question mark got built beside it. Again, that's kind of funny. I played out my cards, not paying attention. Probably should have saved those, to be honest. Picked up an exquisite mirror. Okay, so with enough mirrors, you could never get hit by the storms temple, it looked like. That's kind of useful. Let's take fuss. Let's see. This is way better than what I'm doing down here. This will go up top. This might go up top over it. Yeah, let's go up top over that. Let's take big magic HP there and sit on this. This seems right fine. We'll just take these green guys down. We'll come in against this siren to revenge the Necromancer. She's got quite a bit of evade. Come in against the ghouls. That was way better than it went the first time. Okay. That turns it into an oasis as well, being next to the desert. That's sort of what I wanted to know. Let's just sort of extend my cemetery. I want to keep some cards in hand. I want to try and exhaust this bookery and see this vampire mage just to make sure he's the same as he was in the alpha. It's a shame I didn't pick up a card there. I should have paid better attention there. Let's keep my river going. We'll run it along here. Make some of those reeds. I wonder if I have like a sand dune here and I do this, if it'll become an oasis or a reed. Let's hold off here. Let's see. It becomes a reed. Yep. Cool. So we'll spawn the boss. We'll see how the rogue does against her. This looks like this is a hard fight for the rogue. I'm getting some hits in through the mirrors. I got my smoke screen down. I do like that smoke screen talent. I do feel like it'll end up saving me. Oh, get wrecked. Till we meet again. Yeah, let's take my resource allotment. Let's stay. I want to come in and fight this potential vampire mage. Alright. I think we're okay with what we got. Let's put a spider cocoon here so it'll spawn something, just so we'll make sure we have something to fight, right? I don't know if we'll get to see a vampire mage this loop. We'll have to check it out and see. Let's see what this is. Like Master of Fencing. I feel like that's a good thing to pick up. Here it is. This should be our vampire mage. My world is in agony. The cosmos is being burned out by the flames of emptiness, and we are left with nothing but ashes in our hands. Another vampire maddened by its thirst. Madness? It obviously is. Even our memories were stolen. Why do you think we were allowed to keep our minds? But even the thirst fades from what I have discovered. Books filled with knowledge have shown me all that we have lost. This pitiful shack that we call our world is not even a shadow of what the world was. There are still books containing knowledge of the world? Please, tell me where I can find them. Memories are very important right now, as is any information at all. Very important, I agree. Knowledge can help you find a path through the laws of the universe. That's what we call magic. I can clearly see your place in this chaos. Do you know why everyone around you is trying so hard to kill you? The natural order of things, I guess. Hunger, fear, and despair. It's quite enough fodder for blind fury. Everything around us tells us that you have to die. The existence itself tells us this. It screams in fear every time you take a new step or draw a new breath. I won't let you exist any longer. With all due respect, I don't need anyone's permission to exist. So there's the vampire mage. She has been completely changed from how she looked in the alpha. This is a completely new model and redesign. It looks like she's wielding like some form of chaos magic too. What's all this nonsense about the world and my death? There are already too many problems to start coming up with new ones. Magical ways of knowing about the past and the future are often fake. It's no surprise so many mages go insane. Especially now when going insane doesn't take much effort at all. Truth. Cool, well, we got to see the vampire mage. So that was pretty cool. Okay, well we'll just finish off the loop. Head to our campsite and get a retreat in. I do want to look at Jesus. Alright. Let's retreat out of here. Let's go to supply. Throw that on. Throw that on. So I am running out of jewelry to equip. I guess let's start upgrading buildings, right? What does upgrading this do? Increases the tower crossbow strength. Increases the hero strength. And looks like I can hold an extra furniture and an extra. It does look like there's resources I haven't seen yet still too. Weird. +1. So this is like an axe. Is that a tool there? No, see, it doesn't look like the tools. And that's this upgrade? Let's do it. You can't even imagine how happy the people are. Just yesterday the walls of their shelter were made from mud, and now they live in actual houses. Can I be considered the mayor now? Easy there. We can handle the apocalypse, but not another politician. What's this next upgrade? Camps item slots. For future, for tools, for food. Max equipped items. I said for future, but furniture. Furniture, tools, food, max equipped items. Furniture, tools, food. Max equipped items. Okay. So we figured out the oasis. That was the last river card we needed. So we just need to figure out those golden cards, which we already have. We've got 2 enemies left to discover. And some items. Let's craft 2 of each thing, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, so we've got silver pendant. We already had that. Silverware. Loaf of bread. Oh, these are all locked out. Gotcha. +1 to the max. Yeah, that's really cool. So it's almost 1. Let's swing into the warrior real quick, just to see if there's any noticeable difference. If I throw the arsenal down, I can equip a helmet now. I don't think I've even seen a helmet yet. Let's see. So I've got a helmet now. Retaliation damage. Okay. That's the only thing that's on it. I do feel like the warrior was not one-shotting slimes at any reasonable rate at any point. So maybe a lot of these meta items are helping out a little bit. Let's see if the outpost will help me. So just messing around on the warrior, he looks pretty similar to the way he was before. Still haven't really figured out what causes the skeletons to not die and just become skeletons again. Just got retaliation damage there again. I wonder if retaliation damage is the only thing that's going to come on the helmet. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's pretty nice right now. Yeah, it looks like it's mostly just retaliation damage. So yeah, I'm not noticing a whole lot of difference in the warrior. The retaliation damage is kind of cool. I was sort of surprised I hadn't seen something like thorns. So, I mean, retaliation damage is basically a thorns effect. I think that's pretty much what most people are used to hearing it called. I'll take the aftertaste. Does look like I dipped into the potions a couple times. "22 retaliation damage. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that retaliation damage is pretty significant. Wow. I think we might finish up this run on the warrior and probably call it for tonight. I don't know what that noise was, but it was a very interesting sound. That's a crazy looking... That's about what we wanted to see. No, my man, the warrior. That's what we like to see there. And we're pretty close to halfway through. I think we're doing just fine. That magic damage there looks nice. Actually, let's switch into that. We may switch into that too. I don't really have a good reason to oblivion anything right now. I'll take Article of Protection. That's fine. I will make sure to blow that up. That's unfortunate. I should have blown it up before it got switched out. Let's get an outpost, see if it'll help with the cozy camp. Right? It's always a try, I feel like. I think we've already met. Out of the way, I must... Wait a minute. Why do you look like me? Oh, I'm a big fan of yours. The trees taught so much about you, they even made me in your honor. I'll be glad to get out of your way, but I'm afraid I can't walk. You see, I've grown here, literally. I see. Cut me down, cut me down. I don't want to put you to work, but it's really the only way. But cut harder, 'cause I'm gonna fight back. What? I'm very sorry, but the forest saw how you fight. So it's a part of me too now. Believe me, I don't want to hurt you, but I can't go against the will of the forest. Okay, well, let's come in. No, I wasn't expecting this type of gratitude from the world for remembering it, just as I wasn't expecting such a nice talk with a piece of wood. He was an 8th guy. May he rest in peace. Or his sinners. Pretty cool interaction there. Quite a bit of gear coming my way there. I think I'll take this shield. And we'll leave the rest of it. We'll just run our deserts down that way. Alright, let's see. Just a little over 2/3 of finishing the run, I believe. Let's see if there's anything miners pick. Pull some pebbles while passing the campfire tile. That's basically worthless, I feel like. What's the point in having that? I do need to get rid of this bandit camp. I'll keep an eye on that. Try and do it when the day timer comes by. Let's get rid of that bandit camp. Alright, this should be my last time fighting this fight. Okay, let's see. put a smith's forge here, that's fine. I don't think I'll be able to spawn the boss this run. We're gonna try, we'll see what happens. Old painting. That's pretty good. It is weird to me that the helmets all give retaliation damage. You would think the helmet would be more about protection instead of like returning damage to the attacker. That does sort of strike me as just a little weird. Let's see, I'll come in. I don't think I'm going to generate enough cards to do the loop. Or to end the loop this time. We're going to have to go back around again. Let's get our suburbs down. Go ahead and put some desert going. Keep our river going. Let's get some thickets. Let's get a vampire mansion. Let's do right here, that's fine. I'm probably about 8 or 9 cards away. Maybe just a few more, we'll see. That magic damage looks nice. Let's switch into that. Put a beacon down, put our suburbs down, put a cemetery down. Man, my attack speed is just sick out there. That stun on me is ridiculous. Suburbs, we'll put our forest down. Yeah, I'm just a few cards short of triggering it. So we'll stay in through the last loop, see what the boss is like on the warrior. And then I'll probably end up calling that for the night. I've probably been streaming. I streamed about 4 hours earlier. I'm going on streaming for 4 hours right now. So I'll probably take a break for tonight. Yeah, we'll switch into this magic damage. That's crazy on that shield. But yeah, I'll probably take a break for tonight. Like I said, I think I've unlocked every card you can unlock. I think I've seen every tile you can see. I think I'm one enemy short of seeing every enemy you can see. And so we'll just need to go into Act 3 and start doing that once we feel like we can handle it. I think we need one more card. We need one more card after that. So we will go ahead and spawn the boss. And just take it from there. See how it goes for us. Oh, we've got a village. Let's nullify that fight. Yeah, we're doing quite well, I feel like. Let's see if the siren gives us any problem on the warrior. It doesn't look like it. Let's just go ahead and put out everything we can put out. Finish this off. What's this got on it? Attack speed. It's good to know. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think... Man, I'm just coming in like crazy out there. Let's just blow this stuff up. I don't even want to bother with fighting it. Let's just come in and see how we do against the boss. Alright, let's do it. Oh, and I have the outpost with me. Yeah, that's super easy, I feel like. We'll take the resource. We'll retreat. Yeah, I feel like the warrior did quite well, actually. What's that upgrade to? Cool. Well, this has been quite fun. I've had a good night running this. Good day running this, really. But I've enjoyed it. I'll definitely be back tomorrow at 9:30, probably for my regular stream time. I just streamed a little bit early today because I knew there would be a lot of excitement around this game. Like I said, I've pretty much built and done everything I feel like I can do. Tomorrow, now that I feel like I have a little bit better handle on it, maybe jump into chapter 3. See what I can do to chapter 3. But appreciate everybody that came and hung out. Hope to see you tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time for my normally scheduled stream. We'll try and jump into Chapter 3 and see what we can do. But appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.